So back on Isaac. Just had a successful run. Unlocked rubber cement. With that, we got 2 X's. 1, 2. That's 2 mom heart kills. We've unlocked everybody but Judas. And not picking up hearts for 2 levels. Beating 2 levels without taking damage. I can probably do that. Probably. Let's do a cane run. I'm allergic, so all cats must die. Yeah, I'm in Taiwan, winter. So my schedule is non-existent. And actually, I just started broadcasting again because I just moved. Moved to Kaohsiung in the south of Taiwan, where it's even hotter. Even hotter than hell. Before it was hot as hell, now it's even hotter than hell. Brand new! Welcome to Taiwan. Hopefully you have an air conditioner. Let's get started. You're allergic to cats. Now that sucks. My landlord is allergic to cats. Which is great because I'm not a huge fan of landlords. She keeps coming and doing stuff that wastes my time and says, oh, we're gonna take care of that, and then they never come to take care of that. You know the type. In Taiwan, that's pretty common, though. You have landlords like my old one, which I loved, who were non-existent. Literally, the landlord never saw him. I think I saw her the day I signed my lease. She didn't speak any English. And so, I never saw her. She's like, this is my bank account number. You go to the ATM, and you pay the rent at the ATM once a month. Check the power meter yourself. Pay what you owe at the end of the 1 year. We'll check to make sure you don't owe any more. If you do... Oh, that was clutch. Halo or Flies catch there. Glad to see I'm streaming. Hey, you know what? It's nice to be back. And thank you for the kind words. I don't know if we're ever going to be back at the size we were during the height of the Dark Souls PvP every night. GG, no re levels. But, you know, it's nice to be back. Get some videos up. The dream, this is a terrible thing to speak out loud because once you speak the dream never comes true. It's like when you tell somebody what you wish for and the wish never comes true. But the dream would be to not have to teach in Taiwan and just be able to just sit here on the internet, playing, recording videos, doing commentary, teaching English on the computer. Oh, using the good old 120 megabit internet to produce about $500 a month. That's all I need to live in Taiwan is about $500 a month. Pretty ridiculous how cheap you can live. You can live in this country for $6,000 a year. And we're not talking like, guys, I'm barely making it. We're talking like, I can eat 3 meals a day. And I can pay rent. And I can pay for the internet. That'd be the dream. But that's like, that dream is so far away. That dream is it's literally as far away as like the dream that the 8-year-old has of turning into like a cat boy and running through the forest, climbing trees. That's how realistic this dream is. Does it reach 45 degree in summer? Yesterday, the feels like temperature, which is a mathematical formula that uses humidity, heat index, something or another, and temperature, was 40 degrees. And it's only May. It's going to be hotter. Who eats 3 times a day? Roberto, I used to, when I was in Taoyuan, I ate 3 times a day. Here in Kaohsiung, I'm eating once a day in the morning, and it's so fucking hot that I'm just drinking the whole day away. And not alcoholic drinks. So if I could save up a few $100,000... If you could save up $100,000, you could live in Taiwan for like 10 years. Easily. Easily you could live here for 10 years on that. Let's take this. Took damage there, but it doesn't really matter. I eat like 4 to 5 times a day. I am an obese motherfucker now because I eat once a day in Taiwan. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. I put on a... Oh, did that even... That might not have found it. It would have found it. Damn it. Wasted a bomb. Wasted a bomb, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't mind. Don't mind. How much is that in your... What the hell? It's not there either? Is it down? Oh, I don't have any more bombs. Doesn't matter where it is because I have no more bombs. Shit. Famine on the first floor is great because it'll give us another orbital. Whoop. Matrixed that bullet. It does also give us the opportunity for the one achievement I still have not gotten on my Vita version of this game. The only one. The last item to get, the last achievement to unlock. Actually, I guess there's two. But maybe it counts as one, I'm not sure. Is the 4 cubes of meat or 4 bandage girls. And super bandage. The only item I haven't got. The only achievement I haven't got. Ridiculous. Going fat now, but you haven't done anything exercise in 10 years. I've become fat because I never go out of the house. In Kaohsiung, it's too freaking hot to leave. It's too hot to go anywhere. Book of Revelations! Revelation! So that's cool. Happy to get that. Bandage pickup's good as well. Yeah, I probably put on like 20 kilograms in the last year living here in Taiwan. Which is ridiculous because the food here is supposed to be healthier for you than it was in America. And a lot of it is that when I got a girlfriend, I quit, you know. Every guy does it, right? I quit giving a shit. But, oh well. Let's head down. I'm tempted to be like, let's turn on the air conditioner for just like... If you want to pick up more viewers, just play Dark Souls 1 or 2 like once a week. I should, man. I should. The new Dark Souls 2 came out. The new Dark Souls 2. The new Dark Souls 2. They're like the special edition with the DLC and stuff. Kaohsiung doesn't even show on Google Maps. It's because you spelled it wrong. I'll spell it out for you here. Let me think about it. It's K-A-O-H. K-A-O-H. It's pronounced Gao, but it's spelled like cow. K-A-O-H. And then Shung is S-I-U-N-G? S-I-A-N-G? I have to type it out. I can't remember. Gao. Like that. K-A-O-H-S-I-U-N-G. Yeah. By the way, you can also tell how long the delay is there because you'll know when I send it in the chat, and then you'll hear me say, I'm typing it out. Tick, 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 tick. So there you go. That gives you a feel for the delay. Although there are now Taiwan Twitch servers where my ping is, I believe, 7 milliseconds. And my bandwidth is 111 down and 14 up to that server, which was ridiculous. You can do like in XSplit, you can do a little test. A little, what do you call it? Bandwidth and ping test or something. It's ridiculous, is what it is. So fast. Pay $20, 20 US, which would be like, I don't know, 12 euros maybe, or not 12, 12 pounds. 20 euros, 20 bucks. I think they're about the same now. For 120 megabit internet, which is crazy. There's view stream. Oh, yeah, if you're having problems with my stream buffering, I did up the, what do you call it? For the bit rate on my stream to 2 megabit now. To get that good old-fashioned, smooth as silk, 60 frames at 720p. Could go higher and do a 1080p stream. But I find that, to me at least, the view quality difference between 720 and 1080 on streaming media at a set bitrate is not that much better. It must be that you need more bits to make the 1080p look a lot better. Let's go back. No, forget it. No, let's go back. Let's go back to the item room. Hundreds of hours in Dark Souls 2. Winter, I really didn't... Now, it might just be me, and it probably is just me, because I'm kind of a big bitch. Look at that shitty item sitting in the middle. I didn't really like Dark Souls 2 as much as I like Dark Souls 1. It wasn't a disappointment, per se. It just didn't live up to my... Do I want this? I'll take it. I don't want it, but I'm going to take it. It didn't live up to my hype. I was riding the hype cannon. And Dark Souls 2 didn't take me higher. It took me about where I expected to be. Oh, look at that. Almost missed this. What an idiot. Mr. Maya! Oh, crap. I would have loved to have used it on the boss. Yep, would have loved to have used it here. Boom. Caught him. Kobe! Now, what's interesting is that you have to be careful with boomerang tears because the rotten head will boomerang back just like your tears. So you gotta be super careful about that. You have the unpopular opinion. Most people think Dark Souls 2 was the worst by far. Really? I guess if you compare it to Dark Souls 1, which I liked, and Demon Souls, which I thought was the best, I guess I also think Dark Souls 2 was the worst. But, you know, I didn't realize everybody else thought that too. I kind of thought the opinion was that it got better and better. The game is huge with the DLC. You know, I haven't played any of the DLC, so that might be interesting. That might be fun. I heard some of it's puzzly. You hate Bloodborne with a passion. Now, I have not played Bloodborne, but I don't have a PS4. I have a PS3, but it didn't come out on PS3, so, you know. I will take the Guppy item over the bomb. And let's just put... Only PS4 hate. I don't have any of the new gen systems. After the last gen, I had a Xbox 360. Had it modded with special DVD firmware that lets you put in copy discs. Loved it because I could try out all the games. I end up buying more games because of it. I'm terrible. I'm like the worst pirate. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to spend all this money and buy a DVD flash kit so I can flash my Xbox, you know, Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, Xbox DVD drive. What's going on? Oh, there's, like, what's going on here? Why is this room locked up? So I buy this, you know, this kit. I'm like, I'm gonna give my friends his Xboxes, all the DVD stuff, so they can play pirated games. I'm gonna be a pirate. Har, fiddly-dee. Being a pirate is art with me. And then I end up buying like 4 more games than I would have, because I'm like, I played Star Ocean. I'm like, I really like the Star Ocean games. I should buy this. And then I like, oh, you know what? Was that Blue Dragon game? I was like, this is from the guy that did DBZ, man. I love DBZ. Let's buy this too. And then, what else? Eternal Sonata. I was like, this game is too damn good to not buy. Eternal Sonata is too fucking good. So I bought it twice. Bought it for PS3 and for Xbox. And there was one other one. Tales of Vesperia, something like that. I ended up buying too. All because I pirated them. But then I ended up not using my Xbox 360 because it kept getting really hot. And I was like, this is not good, man. It's going to die. It's going to red ring. And then, you know what happened? It red ringed. And I put it in the oven. True story. You can actually put your Xbox 360, if it red rings, you can take all the plastic bits out, put the motherboard in the oven, cook it, and it re-liquefies the solder. And then the solder, like, hardens in the grooves of the motherboard. And so if you're getting a red ring of death, you can actually try that, and it makes your system come back to life. But after that, I end up selling it. Never use that special firmware, the DVD firmware flashing kit for anything else. Still sitting in a box somewhere in my room back in America. Never touched it again. Bought a PS3 from a friend because its Blu-ray drive was broken. And he's like, it doesn't play any discs, but you can still go online with it. Bob's Blaine, I'll take it. Yeah, you can still go online and play, like, PSN games, but I'm just going to buy a new one, is what he said. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll buy your PS3 Fat. It was on firmware, like, 3.0 or something. And then I bought one of those jailbreaking sticks back in the day. Jailbroke it. And then installed a new Blu-ray drive in it. And you take the little logic card off of it, and you just change the laser diode part of it. And then, ta-da, it worked. And then I ended up selling that to a friend with the True Blue memory stick thing or whatever it was that you could buy for that thing. The payload memory stick. Used my Palm Pre with a USB cable to jailbreak a different PS3 that I got from my, at that time, girlfriend. Had 2 PS3s for like a week. And my parents were like, what the hell's wrong with you? You work like a shitty university writing center job where you make minimum wage. Why do you have 2 PS3s? How do you even play 2 PS3s? And I was like, yep, you guys will never understand the passion for technology if you're like, you can't even play 2 PS3s. Why do you need 2? All I could remember was that video made by Loading Ready Run. Reference, by the way, for those of you that remember this video, where the guy has 3 PS3s and he's like, he makes a video making fun of you. He's like, you have no PS3s. I have 3 PS3s. 1 for the bathroom, 1 for the kitchen, and 1 for the dining room. You have no PS3s. It's pretty funny. Go back and check it out. 2008 called. They want their video back. What else? So I got that, but I never picked up the new ones because they haven't been jailbroken. And being in Asia, which by the way I know it's just an excuse, but being in Asia, if I bought the systems here, the Nintendo systems wouldn't play any games from America. They'd all be in Chinese, which is useless to me because my Chinese reading is terrible. If I bought the Sony systems, they always release like a slim version, like a year later, that's way better than the normal version. So I'm going to wait for that on the PS4. Not to mention I have no money and no job. So, you know, there's that too, I guess. We could probably bomb our way into the shop. Let's go check. Hey, what? I should probably look at the chat here. What are you guys talking about? Oh, my chat window, my game window is just a tiny bit too big to see the edge. Just move it over a little bit. It was uninspired gray setting that never got interesting. Tried too hard to be edgy with everything being all overly bloody and gruesome, which went against Miyazaki's whole design philosophy in Dark Souls. The weapon choice is really limited, with damage balancing non-existent. The performance is dodgy at best. Even with numerous patches, multiplayer is completely useless. P2P is a heal fest where the only method of damage is trading. You go on forever. Yeah, you know, all those are very good complaints with Bloodborne. I 100%. I hear ya. And I don't think you're wrong. Oh, I've already found the secret room. What am I doing? Such an idiot. Let's check for a sale item. Which there is. Huzzah! We could pick up this. And you know what? Boom! Our tiny little donation machine. Suck it. Overly bloody and gruesome is so nice. I love that. Fast combat is a minus. Souls combat is designed to be slower and deliberate. Reduce stamina cost to make it a spam fast. I can see both sides. I obviously, like I said, haven't played it myself. I did look at it, and I've watched a couple videos on it. I know Northern Lion was doing a series on it. I was watching that. The Scribe D was doing a series. Epic Name Bro, who, by the way, I don't know what's up with Epic Name Bro recently, but I watch his videos and I'm like, So, I stopped watching his, but that might just be me. That's probably just me. I love when he does like the heavy lore stuff, but sometimes I swear he's just like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know either. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of strong opinions. I haven't played it. That's my big thing. I haven't played it. I can't even enjoy Epic Name Bro anymore either. I thought it was just me being a whiny bitch, but there's something about the way he talks. Yeah, it's like he doesn't care. It's like he's... I mean, he's probably making, like, super bank on those YouTube videos. And I really feel like it's obvious now that he's making super bank. Like, it's so obvious that he's doing it for the money. He did the first ones for the love of the game before he, like, was writing the strategy guides and working for the companies and before he made it big off of YouTube. What the hell, Bob's brain? Just blow up. Boom, boom. There we go. Stopped watching his videos a long time ago. Yeah, I feel the same way. I watched the first, like, 4 or 5, and then I was just like, no. No. I think I went back and watched, like, 18. Like, number 18 or 19. Just, like, jumped way ahead. He makes a lot of cash. He just recently started pushing Patreon. He wants cash so bad. Yeah, you can feel it. There's... It's disgusting. It is. It is. And for some reason, that works. Like, that push for cash gets you more views. It gets you the numbers. Or at least he did something right, because he's got the numbers to prove that his formula or whatever worked. I don't know if it's... And obviously, it's still working, because he's making bank every month. Guy makes enough money that in Taiwan, he could, like... He could retire off of just his Patreon. I feel like when I complain about that, like, part of it is just like, let's not beat around the bush. It's raw jealousy. I'm like, shit, The guy makes like a 20-minute video once every 3 days, and he makes more money than, like, that I made teaching. Like, he makes more money than I made doing what many people consider to be one of the most important jobs for humans. And I'm like, oh, I hate everything. I should have just, like, Back when I first had my very first setup, my very first computer, I made, like, an AMV, an anime music video. And I was like, this is fun. I could do this. And I was, like, 17. I was like, I could do this. This is kind of fun. And now I'm, like, 30. And I'm like, oh... If I had just done that for 10 years, I could be like, I'd have my foothold on whatever I'm doing. I would have like an audience. I could retire. Could do my hobby for a job. Whatever. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You can still stream. You got the stuff. I got the setup. That's true. I got the setup, but I don't have the energy I had when I was younger. Let's use the world card. And the Justice card. And by now, it's super saturated. So start scrub invading. Hey, Winter, I'm not asking for money. Nah, I can't take your money. I couldn't. My conscience. I teach English. I can't even use the words right. My conscience would forbid me from taking donations and that kind of stuff. Couldn't do it. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Someone's shooting off fireworks. Every weekend, they're shooting off fireworks. All the dang time. I'm going to take the doctor's remote just down here. Just to do this. Although, I guess I didn't need it because Bob's brain would have just opened that with that shot. Should have thought about that. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Could spare a euro. A euro is like a whole meal here. I got breakfast today. And it was like... What I do is I go to the breakfast shop, which is like... I'm on the 15th floor. The breakfast shop is down and around the corner. So I take the elevator, get out of the building. All the Asian people are like, holy crap, it's a foreigner. I'm like, relax, guys. I'm just getting breakfast. I'm not here to shoot you up. This isn't GTA. Oh, okay. So I go out, get breakfast, come back. Do I speak Taiwanese? No. I do not speak Taiwanese. I speak a little Chinese. Enough to get breakfast. But anyway, I get my meal. I pick up breakfast, lunch, and dinner from this breakfast shop. And the problem is my Winter. Just stream yourself playing Minecraft and League of Legends 12 hours a day. Put Road to 1 million 2-year challenge in your title and upload videos of yourself overacting horror games with a heart rate monitor. You'll be rich in no time. Horror games don't scare me. Horror games don't scare me. So that's kind of I don't know. I could make a fake heart rate monitor. What was I saying? So yeah, I can't cook in my apartment. They don't let us cook here. So I go to the breakfast shop, I buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It costs about $8 US. Shit. For 3 meals. And that's like 3 meals, 3 drinks. I put it in the fridge. We have like a mini fridge. Like a university dorm style mini fridge. But no, my landlord doesn't let us cook here. Because I guess the place doesn't have any fire suppression. And there's no fire extinguisher in the building at all. Crazy Asians. I know, right? I know. It's not just crazy Asians, though. Although a lot of it is. It's probably like a building code thing. We're probably just not allowed to cook here because of building codes. Do I want to go to that boss trap room? I guess I'll go to the boss trap room. Or is that just a normal mob trap room? I'm lazy. We'll just bomb our way in. Unicorn horn. I'll pick it up. I'll use it. Boom. I'll take this with us. It's the people. By the way, we got brimstone, for those of you, like, just listening. So this run is probably over. But brimstone with Bob's brain might be a little bit of a pay attention, you know, don't screw it up type of situation. Yeah, so I go down, I get the breakfast. It's super cheap. It's cheaper than it would be to cook. It really is. Which is, as an American, that's a ridiculous thought. That makes no sense to me. I still, when I explain that to people back home, I'm like, yeah, you know, I went out to eat again. They're like, why are you going out to eat all the time? You have no money. You don't have a job. You gotta, like, stay home and cook. And I'm like, I can't cook. And they're like, oh, you're just full of shit. You know, you always say you can't cook, but you probably could just buy a microwave. And I'm like, no, really, it's like, it's much cheaper not to cook. And they're like, no, it's not. You know, I'm not an idiot. But why would it cost more money if you're paying somebody to prepare the food for you? That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't work. That's my generic friend of mine in America voice. But sure enough, they buy in bulk. It costs like $1.50 to get a full plate of rice with meat in it. It costs like, you know, $1 for drinks. The only thing that might be cheaper is like soda and stuff. It's probably cheaper. Well, although in Taiwan, when you go out to eat at most restaurants, they don't serve any drinks at all. If they do, it's water or tea. Most places don't have soda. I'm a huge baby when it comes to anything scary. It's hilarious. My girlfriend loves sitting next to me. Well, she makes me play them. I'm a 6'3" bulky guy with a beard, and she gets a kick see me cry. I'm a bulky guy. I'm not 6'3". I'm 6'0". And I'm bulky as in fat. Don't have a beard. But my girlfriend got this book. Well, actually, she didn't get it. My parents got it, and they gave it to us to take with us back to Taiwan. And it's this book about, like, your mom died. It's like, you know, I'll love you always, and I'll love you forever. Shit. Got caught by that hand. I didn't realize those hands were coming. And, this book, every time my girlfriend opens it, like, my eyes are just tearing up. I'm not crying. I'm not like, ah! But, like, I literally can't stop my eyes from tearing up at this book where the mom raises the kid and then the mom dies. Like the end of the book, the mom dies raising, you know, they raise the kid the whole time and then she dies. And it's like, I'll love you forever. I'll like you always. And every time I read that book, my eyes just like, they ball up. And she thinks it's the funniest thing. And I'm just like, don't read the book! God damn it! I'm going to start crying! And she's like, just hold it in! I'm like, I can't! The book is too much! It's too much for me! You know, I've never even read the whole book. I flipped to the end of it, and I was just like, oh my god, the mom dies. And like, I immediately think of my mom died when I'm stuck in Taiwan. And my mom dies when I'm like, here, and she's back in America. And I'm just like, can't stop believing! Can't hide this feeling! It's terrible. And, I don't know, like, I feel like there's something wrong with my emotion center, because I think of my mom dying, I'm just like, blah. That probably happens to everybody, but most people are like, it's a book. it's just a book. And I'm like, it's the saddest book I've ever read. And she keeps it and she hides it around the house. Like she'll put it like by the TV remote. And she'll be like, can you go get the TV remote for me? I'll be like, okay, no problem. And then I'm like, you son of a bitch. You put the book there, and she's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, that's not funny. You're a terrible person. That book, man. That book. Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, so I can be a bit of a big baby too. I can be a bit of a big baby too. But not for scary games. Not for scary games. They don't do it to me. You just get a huge bowl of delicious pho for like no money. Because they make everything in huge batches at the start of the day. Yeah, that's true. They buy in bulk. They make in bulk. It takes no money for them to make this food because they buy it in bulk. Oh man, lucky break finding that tinted rock there. But yeah, you know, and it's cheap, and a lot of people just buy it and take home. Eat at home. Sometimes just eat at the store. It's fine. Not every. Oh, I didn't mean to walk out of the room there. Not every place has air conditioning, but they usually have at least a fan. Let's just keep getting the flies going here. I'll pop that right away. Probably should have opened this first and then popped it, but whatever. Lost out on 2 cents. Not a big deal. Use the metric system. 183 centimeters tall is how tall I am. Winter, you're 190? That's pretty tall, man. That's super tall. 190 and a half. Super tall. Here, you would not be able to fit in the beds. You weigh 88 kilograms. I'm up to like 100. And change. 100 and change. It's terrible. I used to be like relatively, I wasn't like ever Superman. I wasn't like, oh, lifting weights, you know, bench pressing, blah, blah, blah. But, I'm out of money. I was like, why won't this machine take my money? Shut up and take my money, machine. It's like, dude, you have no money. Just like in real life. Sad face. Yeah. Metric has smaller numbers. It does. I always have to do the conversions in my head. I'm like, it's 40 degrees. How hot is that in real people? It's like 100, 110. Oh, okay. It's so weird because like everybody uses metric, but I swear when it comes to Celsius versus Fahrenheit, if we're talking about how hot it is, Fahrenheit just feels better. Let's pop it. I was kind of hoping it would be next to the item room so I could get in there for free. Yeah, it's the point where you don't think it's health bomb, but you watch it. It's very true. Very true. When I was dating my ex-fiancée, she was really, like, really into, you know, you need to be thinner. You know, we're going to spend our life together. I want you to have a long life. You need to be thinner. And so I worked out a lot when I was back in America and got it down, really low. But then after we broke up, like, I was depressed. That's always an excuse every fat person says. I was depressed. And so I ate a lot. But it's true. I was depressed, and so I ate a lot. Cliche much? And I never really lost the weight that I picked up in those first couple months. But then I came to Taiwan, and I was like, I'm in Taiwan. The food's healthier. Temperature's hotter. I'll walk more. So I was like, I don't have to worry about it. And then I met my current girlfriend. Novia is her name. Her English name. Not the same as her Chinese name. People here have, like, English names and Chinese names. That's always a confusing bit. Because a lot of them, like, when they first start taking... Shit, why did I walk right into them? When they first start taking English class, they have to pick an English name. And they're like, okay, I'll pick Sony. And you're like, that's not a name. Unlock the necropolis. The necropolis. The necropolis. Necropolis, 3 a.m. So anyway, and she picked a name like Novia, and I'm like, I don't know if that's really like a real name. But I'm like, whatever. You've been using the name for like, 15 years, so might as well just stick with it. And it's not like some of the kids I taught back when I was teaching. Their parents would be like, this is how it had to be. I never confirmed that this is how it goes down, but you can just picture it, right? The parents are like, our kid's name is Fang Tzu Wang. And you're like, oh, okay, Fang Tzu Wang. You need an English name for English class, okay? And they're like, we don't have an English name for our kid. And you're like, well, your kid needs an English name. And they're like, and they just kind of look around for like English words in the room. And they're like, can we name our kid Door? And the person is like, sure. Okay. And like any native speaker would be like, no, you can't name your kid Door. But the Chinese people are all like, yeah, that's an English word. It's pretty easy to say. Your kid will be able to spell it. It's only like 4 letters. Yeah, okay. You can call your kid Door. And then you take that kid to class. And you're like, hi, everybody, this is Door. And the English teacher's like, like a French name or something? Like, what do you mean, Door? And like, yeah, she doesn't really speak a lot of English. But when you say Door, she looks. So she knows her name is Door, just like a cat. Like, the cat doesn't speak English, but you say, hey, cat! And the cat's like, what, talking to me? The kid doesn't know. I'm going to use a bomb here. I have plenty. Kid doesn't know that, like, Door is not a name. It's just a sound that they hear and they respond to it. Duh-or. Yeah. It's like that makeup company. D-I-O-R. Dior. Dior, I believe it is. Dior. Made of gold. My kid is made of gold. I named my kid number 1 because my kid's going to be number 1. I'm like, number 1 means piss. And they're like, no, like, get into a number 1 school. And I'm like, that doesn't matter what you think it is. I dropped out of high school this year because out of nowhere, the hereditary depression and anxiety in my family hit me like a truck. You gained 25 pounds. Yeah, it happens. The one thing with weight, now, of course, I'm 30 years old now. Let that sink in. I'm 30 fucking years old. The thing with weight is that you can always work hard and take it off. It's not permanent. But sometimes it really feels like it is. Sometimes you're like, I've hit the point where I sweat too much. I can't exercise anymore because I'm always sweating. I'm literally sitting in a chair right now talking on the internet. And I've got like, a half-drenched shirt. Because I'm sweating all the time because it's 100 degrees here. Always. You know what? Let's take Sister Maggie. Why not? It's 40 degrees. It's 100 degrees here right now. Worked my ass off this month. Graduated with my class, getting a real degree. Hey, congratulations. Winter, that's something to be proud of. Don't let anybody take that away from you. It's something to be proud of. You work hard. You got a reward for your diligent effort. Congratulations. Keep it up, as they say. Good job. Good effort. Stick with it. And before you know it, your next great achievement will be just around the corner. For me, my next great achievement is going to be beating Monster Hunter. Yep, I dream pretty big. I dream big. High school is more of a way to say university. University. Also, high school is grades. In America, it's grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. In Taiwan, it's grade 10, 11, and 12. Although some high schools are a little earlier. College is after grade 12. So probably they're different, I think, in most cultures. In Taiwan, there are some high schools. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, but I cleared them out. With Brimstone, that mistake became not such a big deal. Thank you, Brimstone. Appreciate that. In Taiwan, some high schools feed right into college. Like there are vocational high schools that vocationalize themselves right into a specific university. Which is great for the kids, except for that means you have to already know what you're going to be studying when you're like... when you're what, like 10? I guess you'd be like 10 years old. Your parents pick. I can take 2 deals here, so let's take the 1 heart first. Ceremonial robes, good pickup. And let's take the middle one. Lord of the Pit. I'm happy with that. That's not a bad deal. Let's just head straight down. With Flight, Brimstone. This could be a Satan kill for us. Unlocked Samson! Woo, Samson. With no red hearts, there's really no point in playing these guys. But let's just blow them up because they suck. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it. And suck it. Perfect. Gonna try to get a university degree in programming software design. Hey, that's ambitious, man. And all the best luck to you. When I first went to university, my first semester, I was in the computer engineering program, software engineering, and I failed my programming class. And so I switched majors because I didn't like programming. Couldn't do it. No trouble with making mods for games. No trouble with scripting. No trouble with things like, cheat engine. That kind of stuff. No problem. Went to go take Java. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't get my mind around it. Couldn't understand it at all. Felt like an idiot. It was kind of one of those, I don't want to call it like a self-taught class because it was a teacher. But it was one of those classes where you go in and the teacher's like, here's our syllabus. Notice that 85% of your grade is based on the final project. Good luck. Read one chapter a week. Computer lab's open to you all the time. Class meets at 9 in the morning till 11 in the morning. And I'll be here to answer questions you have. The tutorials are in your book. There's a CD that comes with your book. Follow the CD tutorial. And you'll be fine. I'm here if you need me. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, the first day, my TA will help you set up Eclipse. It's the software production software we're going to be using. You install it on your computer here. It's in all the labs. If you have a laptop or a desktop at home, you should probably put it on that computer as well. So you can do it on your own computer, on your own time. There will be no homework assignments, no... And everybody's like, yeah, no homework assignments, no tests. It's like one final test in your project. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's going to be a great class, guys. He's like, pick your partner. It doesn't need to be. You don't have to have a partner, but you guys can work together if you want. That's okay. Only 2 people per group. Or you'll have to turn in separate projects. But if you want to all work together, that's okay. You just all have to have separate projects. And good luck. And I was like, that's no problem. I can do this. I'm good with computers. I built my own computer. I troubleshoot problems. I've done all that shit. I've, gone into the registry and, changed values and stuff. I can do this. I'll do this in a week and then I'll just, free credits. It's a 4-credit class, so 4 free credits. Fuck yeah. And then, week 3, I'm like, I am fucked. Week 4, I'm like, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go straight down to Satan here. Around week 4, I was like, I don't understand everything and everybody's way farther ahead than me now. And I never got a partner. And so now I'm like super fucking screwed. And sure enough, mama's boy, nice. Sure enough, I was in big trouble. And then I caught up to about halfway. To this, because it was like the project we had to make was some kind of call center software. I still remember it a little bit. It was like you had to make a call center software when someone would call in, and you had to have buttons, and it had to be a visual. It was in Java, but it had to be a visual thing, and you had to the person would call, and then what are you calling for? Are you calling for a complaint? Do you need to talk to customer service? Are you calling to upgrade? And you have all these choices, and then the person on the phone hits the button related to the choice that the person's calling in for. And by the time it was done, it was supposed to all save it in a database. And then you would transfer the call, and with it, a little template file would go with the call to the next person. And it would pop up on the computer and tell them why the person called in, what their account number was, how many times they had called before, if there's any call complaints on file. Like, all this shit. And I never could figure it out. Java's a great place to start. You just have to understand that a class in Java is a blueprint. Yeah, you know, it would have been great. It would have been fantastic. It was Java 5 at the time, which gives you like probably a hint about how old or how long ago this was. Because it was Java 5. And now there's probably like Java 20. So now there's probably like, it's not Java anymore. Now it's like, it's Frappuccino. And it's a whole different program. It's a whole different... No, it was Java. It was like, too hard. It was... I don't want to like, oh, you know, the teacher wasn't great. That's true. But at the same time, it was also like, my mindset was terrible. I'd never done anything difficult in high school. So I didn't really know how to study or like manage my time properly for a class like that has like a 4-month window to do like a giant project. You know, a normal person probably could have done it. You know, picked up the book, started to learn it, found questions, come to class, ask the questions, you know, get help. But I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just like, I don't know what you call it. I was up shit creek without a pedal. I played a lot of Disgaea that semester. Disgaea 2 was out, and played a lot of Disgaea. On the PS2, I believe it was. Or is it Disgaea? I think it's Disgaea, but it might be Disgaea. I'm not sure. Java 7 or 8. Java 7 is the standard now. Yeah, so it was a while ago. I still have the book somewhere. Never learned it. You know, in high school I took Visual Basic, but it was like, drag a window. There we go, we beat it. Awesome. Bomb bag unlocked. Those of you on YouTube, check the next video for a continuation of this discussion. If you like the video, subscribe for more Isaac content. Feel free to thumbs up the video if you liked it, and I will see you next time. Take care.